What's up? What's good? What's poppin'? What's crackin'? What's percolating? What's really good in the hood? It's your man Theo Butler, and yeah, welcome to another episode. I ain't saying, I'm just saying, and y'all already see the title. It's funny, but it ain't funny. Kyle Rittenhouse, Trayvon Martin. Before we begin, like, share, subscribe. If you like, leave a comment. If you don't like, leave a constructive comment. And on this one, I'm probably gonna get a lot of comments that are not constructive. Yes, there's a difference between negative comments and constructive comments, but that's okay. I'm great for it. So, as I said before we begin, like, share, subscribe. If you know me, grow me, and sharing is caring. Kyle Rittenhouse and Trayvon Martin. I wish I could tell you that this was an idea of mine. It's not. I actually got from scrolling through social media, and somebody pointed it out. And they said this is the prime example of white privilege. White privilege. See, if I say white, then that means that all white people can benefit from it. To me, that would be make me that to me that's almost like saying I expect all white people to want to benefit from it. I can't say that that's necessarily true. I'm gonna call it racist privilege. But anyway, this is with a twist though. At the time of each act, each one was a child. And you could say that each one had some issues, with the law prior to this particular incident. But I'm a parent and a grandparent. And I thought long and hard about how many ways to do this Kyle Rittenhouse video. And I've actually done a Kyle Rittenhouse video since the verdict. I just didn't like it. Yes, I can do quite a few videos and you never see them because I just don't like the way, I don't like how I came across. But whether you are for what Kyle did, against what Kyle did, for Trayvon, against Trayvon, they both kids. Trayvon wasn't armed. There have been a lot of memes floating around about his what was it, the sweet tea and the Skittles, but that's what he had. He had a can of sweet tea and some Skittles. He was murdered. He was confronted. He had a can of sweet tea and some Skittles. And an armed adult approached him. I'm going to go down the timeline. I'm going to draw some similarities between them. Okay. So, Arizona tea, as a matter of fact. Let's look at some comparisons. Your responses are going to tell me exactly what side of the fence you fall on. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Trayvon went to a convenience store and made a purchase. Kyle Rittenhouse got in the passenger side of his mama's pickup truck. Trayvon Martin was walking to his father's house in the rain. Kyle Rittenhouse was being driven across state lines to a Black Lives Matter rally. In his possession, Trayvon Martin had an Arizona sweet tea and a bag of Skittles. Kyle Rittenhouse had an automatic weapon. When Trayvon Martin got to the neighborhood his dad lived in, he was confronted by an armed individual, an armed adult. When Kyle Rittenhouse got to the BLM rally, he was confronted by two armed adults. The confrontation between Trayvon Martin, who had a bag of Skittles and an Arizona sweet tea, resulted in him dying, being murdered. Let me go ahead, because that's what it was. He was murdered by an adult. The confrontation between Kyle Rittenhouse and two armed adults resulted in Kyle killing. Y'all like that terminology? Killing the armed adult. The murderer of Trayvon Martin was acquitted. And we call Trayvon Martin's character into question every step of the way. Kyle Rittenhouse killed someone, shot two people, killed someone. And we never went after his background as much as we went after Trayvon Martin's background. What's the difference between the two? What is the difference between the two? If you agree with what Kyle Rittenhouse did, my question to you is, could Trayvon Martin have did it? And you feel the exact same way. My question to you is if you feel that Trayvon Martin did something wrong, would you feel the same way if that was Kyle Rittenhouse? I think those are fair questions. Here's where I'm at. Parent. I said that. Parent, grandparent, father. If that was my child, that experience with Trayvon Martin experienced, I'm going to conduct myself like Ron Goldman. Mr. Goldman. Because he won't let OJ rest. Because he believes OJ Simpson murdered his son. Had something to do, at the very least, with his son being murdered. He won't let OJ rest. If I was Kyle Rittenhouse's father, parent, I wouldn't have drove my son to a rally I disagreed with, knowing that my son felt like he needed an automatic weapon for protection. Because as a father, as a parent, it's my job to protect my child from such things like that. So yeah, Kyle Rittenhouse, Trayvon Martin. As a person, as a parent, I like to think that no parent is fine with what happened to Trayvon Martin. I like to think that no parent feels like he had it coming. Because as I stated, a can of Arizona sweet tea and a bag of Skittles. I would also like to think that no parent in their right mind would allow their child to get in their truck with an automatic weapon loaded and drive that child to a rally that they disagree with, that they feel could be potentially hostile. I like to think that I'm not the only parent that thinks that way. What I saw in both instances was that children were in situations they shouldn't have been in. And way too many of us made our decision about those children based on either an inner hatred that we harbor or pigmentation of a skin color. I ain't saying, I'm just saying.